Hello and welcome to another live English lesson here at 3 o'clock with Richie here on the AM Language YouTube channel. Today, other than very, very wacky, silly hair, gosh, it really is terrible. Actually, it's I don't know what it is anymore. I think we're past Frodo Baggins. Actually, I think we're beginning to look quite. I don't know, actually, to be honest. It's no longer even Frodo Baggins. It's something else now. But hello, good afternoon, Arena F. Welcome to today's lesson. Privyet. Yes, welcome to today's lesson. Here today we are looking at music English with the following tunes and music artists. So, from New Zealand, one of my favorite bands, called Trinity Roots. We're going to look at a song called Little Things. I will put the link in the description below of all the different artists that we look at today. I really recommend this song, Trinity Roots. A great song, a really relaxed, chilled song. Very much my cup of tea, anyway. The second song we're going to look at, the lyrics, because they are really interesting lyrics by Johnny Cash. Well, I don't think it was written by Johnny Cash, but we're going to go with Johnny Cash's version, a song called Hurt. And then finally, we're going to go with the new James Bond theme tune of No Time to Die by Billie Eilish. I think that's her name. I'm probably saying it wrong. But all of these songs have some really interesting lyrics, which is why I have chosen it. And the aim of today's lesson is for us to try and build our vocabulary, as well as the meaning, our reading for meaning, or listening for meaning, as well. So that's what we're looking at here today. Music is a great way, I would say, it is in fact a fantastic way to learn a language, which is why it's always important to try and discover new English artists. It's very easy to come across the famous ones like Beyonce, or Justin Timberlake, or if you go back to my generation, probably Spice Girls, for example, or the Beatles. But to be honest with you, I've just named some artists who I don't listen to. But there's such a rich range of music to be listened to, and it's also really good for your listening. Not just because you're listening to music, but you get to listen to different voices as well. It does help you adjust, help you to recognize certain voices, and the way language is used as well. So it's really good to build vocabulary, it's good to build your English, and usually it's fun as well. Listening to me sing is not fun, because I can't sing. But we will have a look at all of these songs. As always, guys, make sure if you are new, subscribe. We're doing well, actually. We're getting closer. I'm hoping that we can make a bit of a push now for 500. No, 700. I'm hoping that we can make a bit of a push for the 700 subscriber mark soon. And as always, don't forget, if you're watching now or later, follow the lesson in the live chat section. Alida, good afternoon. Buenos dias from Patagonia. Evelina, good afternoon. Buono pomeriggio. Welcome to today's lesson, and thank you for joining. We also have Noelia as well. Back, hello. I think I'm saying your name correct. If I'm saying your name badly, Noelia, please let me know. I don't want to be saying your name badly. And let me know where you're from as well. I have a feeling it's Portugal. Is it Portugal you're from, or is it Brazil? Let me know. So yes, guys, we are now going to get into from Portugal. Oh, lovely, lovely. Okay, so what's my Portuguese? obrigado, hola. I think those are the only two relevant words I know. But anyway, let's get into today's lesson. So the first band we are going to look at is a band called Trinity Roots, a New Zealand band, and the song is called "A Little Things." Fantastic song. If you like relaxed music with a really nice, listening to a nice voice, I do recommend this band. Alida says, "You're not saying my name right also." Oh, I'm sorry, Alida, tell me, but it doesn't matter. Oh, dearie me. Alida, please let me know how I'm supposed to say your name. But if I keep on getting your name wrong, apologies. I am terrible, terrible with names. So please forgive me. So let's have a little look at the first song. Okay. Well, for the first song, what I want to do is I'm just going to put some of the lyrics here, but not all. So there's a bit of a listening activity that goes with it. So okay, so that's the first bit, and then I'll also put in I'll put in the main chorus as well. There we go. There we go. There we go. So that's the main chorus. And we'll also have a little look at the next verse as well. Because the next verse is also, again, lots of really, really good lyrics in this one. Okay, so let's have a little look at this. Some really interesting lyrics. I will read or kind of sing, and then we will go in. We'll have a look at the new language, and we'll try and build on it. There's some really good language in this song. Okay, so what I'd like you guys to do is try and fill in the missing gaps. Now, I haven't numbered them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So please go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with your answers. In some cases, you might just need to listen for one word. In other cases, you might need to listen for two words. Okay. So I'll read it or sing it twice. Okay. So please, please, please check in mine eyes, for I and I have nothing to hide. As I wipe the slate clean, share this with you. Take on my own the pain of your soul. It's the little things. It's the little things. It's the little things. It's the little things that really matter. These fine, fine lines make for trying times, and trying times make you strong. You take your strength, pass it around, and then move on. Okay, so that's the song. I really cannot sing it. My voice is not good enough even to really attempt this song. So I'm just going to read it again because I don't know about you, but I thought that was really bad. So I'm just going to read the lyrics, see if you guys could complete the missing gaps. So we've got, please, please, please check in mine eyes, for I and I have nothing to hide. As I wipe the slate clean, share this with you. Take on my own the pain of your soul. It's the little things, it's the little things, it's the little things, it's the little things that really matter. These fine, fine lines make for trying times, and trying times make you strong. You take your strength, pass it around, and then move on. Okay. Good afternoon, Sandra, and welcome to today's lesson. Thank you for joining. Alida says number 1 is to hide. 2 is slate clean. 3 is your soul. 4 is lines. 5 times, and 6 move on. Arena F says, please, please, please check in mine eyes, for I and I have nothing to hide. As I wipe the slate clean, share this with you, take on my own the pain of your soul. Okay. So that's the first bit, actually. Noelia says to hide, slate clean, soul, lines, times, and 6, move on. Okay, right. So some really good answers over here, and I think you all did well. I think you all did very well, actually, if I'm being honest, which is great to see. So we can now have a little look at the answers, what the actual answers are, and we can go from there. So, number 1, you've got please, please check in my eyes, for I and I have nothing to hide. I wipe the slate clean, share this with you, take on my own the pain of your soul. Then we move on to um, these fine lines make for trying times, and trying times make you strong. You take your strength, pass it around, and then move on. So well done, everybody, for getting the answers correct. So let's try and dig in to what this song is about. The first thing that I'm going to ask you guys is this. Okay, what is the song about? Is it A, about love, B, dealing with difficulties in life, or C, a positive song about succeeding? So what do you think the song is about when you look at these lyrics? And then we'll go into the actual individual language. Some good phrases. So do you think this song is about love? Do you think it's about dealing with difficulties in life? So it could be anything from relationships to work, to health, whatever it might be. Or do you think it's C? Is it a positive song about succeeding? Arena F, Sandra, both of you have said B. I'm guessing that's what the majority of your answers might be, actually. Okay, Evelina also says B. And yeah, the answer here is B. It is about dealing with difficulties in life. So let's look at some really important language. Noelia as well agrees. Excellent. So let's bring up the the important words over here. So we've got one that I want to concentrate on. You've got the phrase wipe the slate clean. Okay. Fine lines, trying times. Um, and for move on. Okay, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Try and link them to their correct meanings A, B, C, and D. E. Okay, C. And D. Let's see what you go with. So you got 1, wipe the slate clean. 2, fine lines. 3, trying times. 4, move on. We've got A, once something is in the past, you leave it in the past and go forward. B, the difference between good and bad outcomes and moments can be small. C, start afresh or new beginning. And D, difficult times. Alida, I see now I'm trying to say your name better, and I'm probably doing a worse job. So Alida says 1 goes with C, 2 goes with B, 3 goes with D, and 4 goes with A. Well, if you agree with Alida, let me know in the live chat comment. Okay. Um, and will we have time to try and get you guys to activate this line, some of these lyrics properly? Maybe not. What I would like you guys to do is take note and see if you can actually use some of these in your daily vocabulary. Arena F says 1 goes with C, 2, B, 3, D for A. So that's the same as Alida. Evelina and Sandra also agree, and I can confirm that those are the correct answers. So I'm delighted with that. Well done, guys. So yeah, 1 goes with C. You've got wipe the slate clean. That is start afresh, a new beginning. Wipe the slate clean. You've then got the differences between, then you've got 2B. So fine lines. Yes, that's the difference between good and bad moments or outcomes can be small. 3 goes with D, trying times is difficult times. And 4 goes with A, where you have move on. And that's obviously once something is in the past, you leave it and you go forward. Excellent. Well done, guys. Good stuff. Right, out of those options, which one would you use for this? Okay. Okay, so complete the sentence with the most appropriate um, word or phrase from above. Okay, so we're going to have Let's blank. Move on, comma, actually. Did I put a comma there? I can't really see. Let me do that again. There should be a comma. Oh, no, that didn't work. So, there we go. So let's blank, move on, and get off to a better start. Let's see what you guys go with. And then we'll move on to Hurt by Johnny Cash. Alida says, wipe the slate clean. So let's wipe the slate clean, move on, and get off to a better start. If you agree with Alida, let me know. Okay, all of you are going with that answer. Well done, Noelia. Let's see, anyone else? Yes, you all agree. Good. That is the correct answer. Let's move on. We're now going to move on to Johnny Cash. What I would like you guys to do here is we're just going to look at what the song is really talking about. So for this one, we're not going to necessarily, based on time, we don't have enough time to go in and look at some new language. I want to focus more on the meaning with this one. So this is going to be Hurt by Johnny Cash. Excellent. Thank you very much, Evelina. Well done. So this is Hurt by Johnny Cash, and we're going to go with this. Okay, so we've got a good amount of lyrics here. And what we're going to look at here is this. One, find lines that express, which means show regret. Okay. You don't need to, I don't mean you have to find every single line, but if you could give me some examples. Two, lyrics that perhaps shows what he thinks of himself and his life. And three, lines that express emotion. Okay. You don't need to give me every single line. Just give me at least two examples. Uh, uh, just give me two examples for each one. Okay. So let's see what you guys come out with here. So you've got I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Tried to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. Really powerful lyrics. So Noelia says, for number one, find lines that express, or which means shows regret. I didn't put that, that bracket was just meant to be around show, but it's meant to be lines that express regret. So thank you for reading that properly, uh, despite my typo. So number one, you said, what have I become? A leader has gone with what have I become as well. Everyone I know goes away. I think those two are really good examples of lines that express regret. Just the question, what have I become? I think that would be I think that's one of the worst questions a person could ask themselves as they grow older. What have I become? I think it always sounds negative when you think about it. You can't imagine. Um, it's difficult to imagine someone asking this question positively, and then yes, everyone I know goes away. That definitely comes in with regret. Clearly, the song over here is showing that perhaps he hasn't had good relationships with people, and everyone he knows just goes away. And again, that's a really sad element. Sandra says, "Everyone I know goes away in the end." I think yes, absolutely. So that's similar to that's the same to what Alida said. Noella says, for number two, lyrics that perhaps shows what he thinks of himself and his life. We've got My Empire of Dirt. Absolutely, absolutely, Noella. I couldn't agree more with you. That says everything about what he thinks about his life. An empire of dirt. Um, Clearly everything he's built, this man thinks that everything he's built is just dirt, nothing really. It reminds me of that famous line um, from the New Testament where Jesus says, um, it's something to do with like what's it what profits a man to gain the world but loses his soul. I think it kind of is similar to that, in that sense of I think you've got lots of examples of that actually. You could even say, even like things like films like Wolf of Wall Street. You've got a man who really does create an empire, but in the end it's an empire of dirt. Literally, it's dirty money. I think it's the same thing with the some stories about the banking crisis in 2008. Um, and even when you look at like famous figures from history, like emperors and Caesars, in England, we had a terrible king called Henry VIII. He he had six wives. Two of them he killed. But after his reign, he created his empire within his country, let's say, was a complete mountain of dirt. He left complete destruction and left England in a terrible, terrible state. Alida says for three, which is lines that express emotion. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. Focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. Excellent, Alida. And that definitely, those lines there really, really go in hard on the emotion that this person is saying. I mean, it's a terrible moment if someone is so dead inside that the only thing that they can feel is pain. And I think there's a lot of stories that show that. Um, I think, can I think of a good story that actually shows that? I can't. Oh, I think potentially a TV series like Breaking Bad probably focuses a little bit on that element. Noella says for 3 to see if I still feel focus on the pain. Absolutely. Sandra says the feeling despair. Feel the feelings despair. Yes, of course. So yeah, I mean, this is a really emotional song. I would say that Johnny Cash's version of this song is probably the best version of the song. There are other versions, but I think Johnny Cash's emotion really comes through um, this with this song because I think when he sings it, it almost sounds like he is actually singing about himself. I think Johnny Cash, in reality, in the end, I think he had quite a sad life in the end, or a life of regret. And I think this is why this song, his version of this song, is so powerful. So excellent. I'm glad that we looked at that. That's really good and well done. It's nice sometimes just to focus on the meaning of the song or trying to find bits of language that expresses a meaning. Um, it's important because at the end of the day, we are looking at language because of meaning rather than just its functionality. So let's now look at the next one. And we are going to have a look at No Time to Die lyrics by Billie Eilish. I'm sure most of you have probably heard of the song by now. Alida says, sorry, I don't know Johnny Cash. Well, Alida, um, at the end of the video, I will provide a link to all 3 of these songs. Click on the link and that will take you to Johnny Cash's version of Hurt. I will put all of those things in the description below and I will update everything before 4 o'clock. Okay, so within 10 minutes after the lesson, you will find all the links there that could take you to the song. And I really recommend Johnny Cash. Great artist. The song depresses me. Yes, it is a depressing song, without question. I'm not going to deny it is a depressing song, but it is nonetheless a good song. So we're now going to look at No Time to Die by Billie Eilish. This is the new James Bond song. Um, let's see over here how we're going to go with this. There's some really, really good language in this. And for this one, I'm going to go with I'm going to get you guys to try and let's see how I'm going to do this. I want to try and see what you guys are like when it comes to predicting language. Okay, that's the first bit. Okay. And then we're just going to show all the other lyrics as well, just to tie it off, because it's really good. I'm impressed with the lyrics, actually. Okay, so we've got A, B, C, and D. C, D, and E. Okay. Now, one of the things I want you guys to think about, okay, for A, B, for A and B, what I'd like you to guess is, can you guess the modal verb, positive or negative? Um, C and D we'll have to just listen to. And then E, what I like you to guess here is, for E, is this had or would? Okay, so I'd like you to put your predicted answers in here. Um, okay, so a leader has come in with should have. Of course, that could be shortened to should have, and you've gone with B with would. Okay, I mean, look, this is a really good predictive activity, and this is something I do encourage in general. Before we listen, sometimes it's good to predict. And when it comes to like things like verb of modality, modal verbs like should, would, it's really good to predict. Modal verbs can be really difficult to use because sometimes we don't know which modal verb we should use. But when we look at a song like this and the context, it's a really good exercise to try and get us to think, okay, I know what my options are. Which one should I go with? So a leader has come in with should have, would, and had. Now, the thing with this is also knowing your grammar, because I'd in English could be I had or I would. And to know which one depends on our understanding of grammar. So the question here is, after the had or would, what type of verb do we see? Do we see an infinitive form of the verb, or do we see a past participle form of the verb? That will give us a clue what type of verb whether we should go with had or would. In fact, it gives us a huge clue. So it does tell us a little bit about the grammar, our understanding of grammar. And Alida, you are correct. For E, it is a past participle. So because it is a past participle, that should give you guys an indication. So I'm now going to sing the lyrics, have a listen, and then we can confirm what you hear. Okay, so let's go for it. So, I should have known I'd leave alone. Just goes to show that the blood you bleed is just the blood you owe. We were a pair, but I saw you there. Too much to bear. You were my life, but life is far from fair. I'll say that again because I think I can't sing. So it says, we were a pair, but I saw you there. Too much to bear. You were my life, but life is far from fair. Was I stupid to love you? Was I reckless to help? Was it obvious to everybody else that I'd fallen for a lie? You were never on my side. Fool me once, fool me twice. Are you death or paradise? Now you never see me cry. There's just no time to die. And there you go. That's my rendition of the song. I'll just say the lyrics again. I should have known I'd leave alone. Just goes to show that the blood you bleed is just the blood you owe. We were a pair, but I saw you there. Too much to bear. You were my life, but life is far from fair. Was I stupid to love you? Was I reckless to help? Was it obvious to everyone, to everybody else, that I'd fallen for a lie? You were never on my side. Fool me once, fool me twice. Are you death or paradise? Now you never see me cry. There's just no time to die. Alida says that C is bear and D is fair. Noella agrees. Sandra agrees as well. Except Sandra has said that E is would rather than had. We'll see which one is correct later. Actually, we're coming to the end of the lesson, so I'm going to have to give you the answers anyway. So A, the answers. Evelina says, I just learned a new phrase I didn't think I would find in English. Fool me twice. Yes, fool me once, fool me twice. That's like saying, okay, you made me believe you once, you made me believe you twice, but you're not going to make me believe you for 3 times. And that's something that you would say to, someone who you think is lying to you. So here are the answers. A, I should have known. B, B is I'd, which would be I would leave alone. C is bear. Now, when we say this in English, too much to bear, this means it's too much for me to handle, deal with, to cope. Okay? It's like saying too much stress, pain, whatever it might be. If it's too much to bear, bear is referring to whatever it is that's causing trouble. Maybe it's stress, maybe it's pain, whatever it might be. D, yes, fair. And E over here is had fallen. Okay, because we're looking at the past participle. And that's the answer. Well, those are the answers. So, guys, we've come to the end of this lesson. A big thank you to Evelina, Sandra, Noelia, Alida, Arena F, and anyone else who's been watching. Thank you very, very much for your participation today. And a big thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. I will be back next week at the same time, 3 o'clock every day, with more live English lessons. And next Monday, there will be a new short video out as well. So make sure you check YouTube on Monday to watch that video. Sandra says, nice weekend. You too. Alida, thanks, Richard. Have a nice weekend. You too. Irina, thank you very much, Richard. Very interesting as usual. Enjoy your weekend. Take care. You too, Irina F. Noella, you're welcome. Thank you very much. Evelina, you too. Now, guys, just before you go, I will put the links in the description below now to the 3 different songs we spoke about today. I really recommend to click on those links and check out these songs because they're really, really good. Trinity Roots, a great New Zealand band, and I really recommend them. Johnny Cash, not all of his songs are depressing. Some of his songs are actually really a little bit more upbeat. And Billie Eilish, who's a new young artist who is, I think she's actually pretty good. So, guys, take care and see you next week. Bye for now.